Party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best of the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew. It's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Rog Smuve and Los, Rumble, Aldo NICE is the uncle.
I was gonna run today about like some Subway related stuff, Chipotle, Smoothie King related type of thought, but I'm just gonna hold that for a different sermon on a different date and time, bruh. I stumbled across this YouTube channel this morning and going on 12 hours. I've been watching it nonstop, and with this just brings me to my next point. It's called the soft white underbelly, y'all. Mad wicked. This photographer type cat just interviewing pimps, prostitutes, addicts, tricks, pastors from Louisiana. And the thing that just threw me off the most, that I stumbled off, that I just been watching them there all day, is his interviews with people from like the Appalachian region. Like some people he was interviewing from Kentucky, West Virginia. I didn't know them balls was just addicts like that, bad. I didn't know coal mining was wicked like that. I didn't know them people was inbred like that out there, some of them. I just didn't know it was just that wicked out there in that region of the world. In the United States, bruh. It just messed me up. And then just overall, all the videos I was watching on it just messed me up, bruh. It just kind of threw shit in perspective. And I just think that's been the overall theme of 2020, bruh. Perspective.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man, Aldo NICE.
It's your boy, Rog Smuve.
Wow, it's your boy Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
It's all about perspective, huh?
2020, all about perspective. And that boy said he didn't know they had addicts out there like that. Like, ain't nothing else to do but play basketball and smoke dope.
The boy's got black lung out there.
I think what he really was trying to say is, like, I didn't know that they had addicts out there giving their testimonies on Facebook, on YouTube, on the soft white underbelly. That's such a
knew they had
name.
them addicts, right? The soft white underbelly, okay?
Soft white underbelly.
The tender part of the meat, huh?
The next time you're in the intimate presence of a Caucasian young lady, you need to say, "Let me touch your soft white underbelly."
Soft white underbelly. Please, ma'am.
I would love for somebody to do that.
Well,
the dancing behind something and say, "Oh, you got a nice soft white underbelly." How would she react?
She must have had 2 kids.
It depends on what she look when she turn around, what she see. Cause you know that's the rule. If she like what she see, she go react in a favorable way.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
that's how
my underbelly so is soft and white.
My brother. Black man.
Circa 2004.
Black man. Hey, have any of y'all ever have y'all ever gone like a rabbit hole on a YouTube channel before?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Me and Raj talk about how we go rabbit holes. Like my favorite rabbit hole for 2020 by far and beyond is comment sections. I'll go from a comment section to buku comments to people profiles to people's jobs to people
You're trying to see what
Googling them. Like,
I don't go that far. I'm still new to the comments. I'm just starting the comments. I ain't start clicking on that many.
Like Raj told you.
Al, hey, you missed one. You missed one. So yeah, do all of those things to good people jobs. To who is that? Who is his old lady? To how I got a mutual friend with his old lady. Oh shit, I remember her. I love that. Cause I love finding out who people old lady is and old man is. Cause I like seeing that shit. That shit's funny to me.
Oh, I know these people. Wow. Yeah, that happens, bro. Like even like they was doing like what looking at property taxes. What these people what they own? But nah, it depends on how interesting the deep dive is. But yeah, I only know these like Virginia coal miners for having that black lung from working in the coal. But I'm assuming it's part of like what the quote unquote opioid pandemic. You know how Dave Chappelle was going in when he had his monologue talking about you know that white people out here getting being dope fiends, Nice. And we didn't talk about this a couple of weeks ago when we had that podcast about Oregon. You know what I'm saying? With Oregon legalizing that Yola and everything else. Yeah. That Yola.
The crack, they got them crack houses going up.
Crack stasheries. But part of it is, if you think about it in context, they legalizing a lot of that stuff because a lot of white folks is addicted. So they like, well, we don't want my son or my nephew to go to jail or my daughter-in-law to go to jail. So we're going to just make that legal for use because they're not bad people, whatever. No. But when it was like the heroin epidemic in New York and in Washington in the 80s and 70s, man, they just throwing us in jail hand over fist. So when we talk about things like prison reform, it's great that they're thinking about these things now, but the catalyst of why they're thinking about it is, really kind of fucked up. That
I mean, they're gonna always take care of their own. I think even simple stuff like Viagra came from a white dude couldn't get his dick up, and so they made a pill for that boy.
Do you know this to be a true statement, Los?
Yeah, the owner of Viagra said that.
Who's the owner of Viagra?
Some dude named Viola.
Some dude with a soft white underbelly?
And he had to get that thing hard, huh?
He's trying to think being soft and white.
Something soft and white under my belly, cuz. That is so
sick of this
funny,
shit.
cuz. That is so hilarious, cuz. I have some things, but it ain't white though, it's pink. But look at the nigga. Man got a soft pink under his belly. But I don't know, man. Don't quote Los on Viagra and who founded it. But I
don't know. I just made it up. I feel like that could be a thing. I just made it up.
But I mean, it's nationwide though. Like like they talk about it in the Midwest is a big thing. I don't think of the Appalachians as like the Midwest. But what Rumble is talking about is a very interesting thing. Like I'll sit down and watch some stuff like that. I remember one I was watching was your boy Isaiah Carey. Get that fly out my goddamn mouth. Get me out this country ass town. He went viral with that, but he actually got the Isaiah sense. For people who don't know, who don't live in Houston, he's on the actual Fox News, nightly news, and he's got a show that comes on called The Isaiah Factor Uncensored, where he be wilding, talking about this ghetto hoe was buying stockings with her, whatever, like this kind of shit. But I say all that to say about him is that he did this special one time for Mother's Day. And that man went to Bissonnette, you know what I'm saying? Where I maintain establishment. Me and Los both used to work off that street. Yeah. And that boy was out there with the prostitutes on Mother's Day, man, just talking to them, asking what they was doing for Mother's Day. Cause that kind of shit is, I mean, it's sad, but it's good TV, boy.
It definitely entertaining, especially the lady who was outside the apartment like, I'm trying to get some money. I'm gonna go suck some dicks real quick. I'm like, damn. Getting it in out here.
Mother's Day.
Oh, she had a special, Mother's Day special.
And he's just putting that on YouTube. So I can see how Rumble to deep dive into it. I definitely want to probably go check out an episode or two, check out some of these Louisiana pastors, seeing what they was doing. I mean, if they was my pastor taking my money every Sunday, you know what that'd do? That'll burn my boudin. Man, let me tell you a couple of things that burn my boudin this week. And the first thing that burns my boudin this week is, Raj, this for you. I know you're a big fan of when I come up with these happenings that are, usually off of social media, i.e. Facebook or whatever. Make it public burns my boudin.
Okay.
But why?
So I can share.
I know that. I know why. I'm saying, why does that burn your boudin? Why you don't want them to share?
Oh, Raj, do you have any thoughts on why it would burn my boudin? I'm just curious if you've thought of this at all.
I mean, let me. Okay, all right. I don't know if we're gonna be parallel.
And I'm just curious. I'm curious.
No, for real. This is why it would burn my boudin. It would burn my boudin because I just feel like that person didn't know how to use the internet. Like anybody that makes a profound statement on Facebook that somebody else wants to share, like let's say if I saw it and I saw that it was unshareable, then I just wouldn't share it because I just felt like that person didn't know how to use the internet. Like they clicked on,
or they didn't want you to share. Maybe they didn't want you to share.
No, Los, you're giving these people the benefit of the doubt. And during the Burns My Boudin segment, we don't give anyone the benefit of the doubt. We definitely doubt them.
I skipped. I didn't read that page of the rules.
Of all people.
I don't even know what the opposite of the benefit of the doubt is.
Yeah. So Raj, that is a part of it. A parallel thought, to borrow a term from you, a parallel thought would be that make it public seems to come up on, and I know last week I was in a mood of calling out individuals. I'm a step off of that, but it be posts that ain't really profound that people like make it public, and that just be driving the hell out of me. Like, for what? So you can reshare that the Lakers signed Carmelo Anthony. They didn't. That didn't happen. Why are you asking that man to make it public? That is not even a fact. Why should he make that public?
The usual
if you get your sports news from him, it might be facts to you.
Man,
the usual suspects usually don't have much to share.
Thomas.
So just this I wasn't even gonna say this to burn my boudin, but since we're here, you know what else burns my boudin? This week, your boy, one of them,
Thomas,
kept posting every time an NBA free agent was signed. And I know we've talked about this before, but that burns my boudin. Like, I was about to comment, like, really, like, all jokes aside, when it was like, Montrezl Harrell signs with the Lakers. And then his post was, Montrezl Harrell signs with the Lakers. And then,
did he spell Montrezl Harrell right?
I don't even care. I think he spelled it Harold. Montrezl Harrell.
No, I'm talking about his first name mostly, but that's funny. Montrezl.
But I mean, every single free agent, it was like, oh, snap. Then what's his name? Serge Ibaka signs with the Clippers. Then his post was Serge Ibaka signs with the Clippers. I was on the edge of my phone seat, my proverbial seat, about to
fingertips.
I was Los. I had everything in me it took to not comment and say, "Cutting, thank you. My phone alerts all didn't go off to tell me that, so I'm happy I follow you for you to let me know."
So my favorite thing that me and the Graham Star used to do when we was younger is, in this case, we would have said, "Hey, Woj, shut the fuck up." Hey, Adam Schefter, shut the fuck up. That's my favorite. That was one of my favorite things in the world. That's what I That's a Shams Charania.
I need you to bring it back. Hey, I need you to bring it back there, Raj, I need you to bring it back just for this, man. Just for this. That is, I need at least one time to happen upon you being under somebody's comments talking about
say Woj.
Hey, Woj. Say Woj. Hey, Josina, relax.
Hey, Christina Pink, shut the fuck up.
Hey, Charles Woodson.
Hey, Charles Woodson.
You know what burns my boudin? Anyway.
Okay, leave Charles Woodson out of this. We're not going that.
I don't know why you don't like Charles Woodson, man.
Bro, he hates them ascots.
That's how it is. He do look funny in them, but man.
All right, look. I just got to say this real quick. I just have to. Charles Woodson, they said, Charles Woodson, what you think about Devontae Adams? Well, cool brother. I met him one time. Humble dude. What? Cool brother. I met him. I got a chance to meet him one time. Humble dude. Like, that's it?
He answered the question.
We're going to talk about his route running and something?
That's excellent.
Hey, man, he colored. He there for colored commentary.
Charles Woodson sucks.
He there for colored commentary.
And since we're going down the rabbit hole, if I ever really got into that porn, I always thought my name would be Rod Woodson. Like I would definitely. Rod Woodson would have to sue me because I would be like, yeah, I'm about to give her that Rod Woodson.
Oh my
definitely
God,
would have been Rod Woodson. So anyway, let me tell y'all another thing that burns my booty, and I feel bad about this one. Man, I was in Walmart earlier today, They had a lady with 2 baskets full of food in one basket. Oh
boy.
Keep in mind, it's the day before. We're recording this the day before Thanksgiving, so we recorded this a couple days ago. So it was Thanksgiving. I'm sitting there waiting to go next in line. And then like she, you know, not for nothing. This ain't really a big part of the story, but she's obviously her girlfriend walked up. Her girlfriend was a little bit more thuggish, ruggish than her, but she was over there already, you know, kind of like whatever. And they had a little girl with her. Please stop. The views expressed. And she had a little girl with her. The little girl was like 5-6 years old. Like little girl reading on the backs of all of the cereal boxes and stuff. Like hype. Like, ooh, I'm about to go eat some Lucky Charms. I'm about to go eat some Lucky Charms. Like hype. I'm like, damn, I don't want to get behind these people with all this stuff, but all the rest of the lines are long. I can stay. I'm okay with the idea that I'm going to be next, and I'll just wait it out. She ran all of her stuff. Boom. They tried to run the card. Nothing. Tried to run the card. Nothing. The woman come from around the side trying to help her. Boom. They bring in people from like, the manager, then the associate manager, and I'm just sitting there like,
5,901. 5,901.
Exactly.
Was it the food stamp daddy?
I knew it was the food stamp daddy. I assumed definitely it was. I mean, not once again, not for nothing. It was black people, but I assumed that it was a food stamp daddy. I was like, oh, she going in on that WIC card. You know what I mean?
That thing hit, yeah.
But for whatever reason, nothing. They wasn't giving her food. So I simultaneously was feeling very bad for the 5-year-old on the day before Thanksgiving, feeling like they about to get buku groceries and then that not going through. But at the same time, my boudin was extremely burnt behind someone without that loot trying to get all of the Walmart that they could stuff in a basket, cutting that burns.
No,
my boudin.
You know, I feel sorry for whoever got to put that up.
Pay for the people food.
No, he should have bought that girl some cereal.
Listen. I swear to God on everything, I would have paid for it if it looked reasonable. If it looked like $30, $40 worth of food, would have paid for it. Not even a question. I am not coming off at $300 when you were planning to use the government to pay for. And look, this is me just thinking that. I don't know if that woman was. I'm sound like a racist, but
you are.
What's the likelihood that she was coming off that $300-$400? I mean, maybe she was. You know, maybe it was fucking payday.
Well, you know, Dice be having a lot of money, so yeah.
Maybe they both was gonna come off that soft white underbelly. So
pink underbelly cut. What's the stuff? My
with
God,
that Woodson. But now, you should have bought that little girl 2 boxes of cereal though.
But how embarrassing would that have been? Like, hey, look, listen, I don't care what the rest of y'all do, man. Let me
give me them 2 Lucky Charms.
Then guess what would have happened? Guess what would have happened?
What?
Say, player, you trying to buy my little daughter some fucking?
Say my
bro.
Nigga. Say bro. We need your help, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Say bro.
Then I'd have to get beat up by a woman, like a woman who's gender fluid in Walmart.
Male adjacent. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and then she probably had that pistol, just non-binary.
Yeah, I'm about to say up the blick.
Plus, I got beat up by a plus in Walmart.
By plus. And then you had to lie about it and say you got robbed.
Oh yeah, no, I got jumped on. That's what happened. But they walked.
So what happened? What was the rest?
So they walked him over there to customer service, like you know where you be like customer service at Walmart in the front there.
They had a
and then
card.
and the woman and okay, so I left out a part. Like the woman, like the first lady who was there walked away and was like, "Hold up, let me go run my card over there to the machine and see." So I don't know if it was at that point. I felt like it could have been a credit card, debit card, whatever. But she come back around. And when she walked back up, she turned to me and said, "Oh, the machine broke." And I looked at the teller, and the teller went.
Not that Charles Rogers.
What? That Charles Rogers, cousin.
So listen, where they put all that food at?
Huh?
Where they put all the food back in the basket?
It was already in bags. It was already bagged up in the basket. So they rolled them over there to customer service, and then I just ran my stuff.
It's not my business.
And was out. Like I ain't got nothing to do with it. I kind of peeped to the left to notice him, and I saw him standing over there at customer service, and then you know me, I pulled out my phone and went to my notes and typed in, "You know what burns my boudin?" as I was walking out of Walmart to make sure I captured that moment and could bring it to the people. But yeah, that's how that happened. I mean, hopefully they got
too.
Oh my God, that's what I was thinking. I was like, if I was the Walmart people, nah, you go and put back all
that by yourself too. And you can't use no boogie. You gotta carry
the most.
If I'm the manager at Walmart, I'm doing a basket special. Walmart basket special out in the front. Get all of this for a discounted price. Yep. Yeah.
That's funny, cause let them people have their food, cause let them like I felt bad, but I was like, man, I came over here trying. But you know what? Let me give you one more part that I didn't say, Los, and I'm gonna let you run with it afterwards.
Yeah.
The girlfriend that came, the one who was kind of a little bit masculine, who came later, who I thought would have been like, okay, player. When old girl was actually like doing the pay part, like the first time when she stuck the card in, I observed her like overtly even playing with the little girl, like kind of shaking her shoulders. Dad, you feel
she knew it wasn't.
Are you picking up the picture I'm painting?
Yeah, I got it. I'm picking up what you're putting down, brother.
You know what I mean? Like trying.
Because she wasn't gonna pay for it. She like, this ain't gonna turn out good. Like, come on, let's play. Because your mama don't know what she thinking. This ain't gonna be good.
Just act like it's all good. Like I got to do something that make me not look like I'm nervous. Like that's the vibe I got while the car was running.
She was shaking in her dildo in her strap on.
Los.
My bad.
Los. It's like three of them in the first 20 minutes of the podcast.
That's the last one.
The views.
That's the last one.
I don't believe you.
It's not. It's probably not. But man, I think when it comes to giving people stuff, groceries, I can't we can work something out for anything mostly under $100. Anything over $100, when you getting $300 worth of groceries, bro. Now, and you need to have the money. You being greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like you get the essentials, get that girl some cereal and a couple other things, but you can't come in here and buy all of Walmart and then expect for somebody to help you out. Like
it should have been up there with a turkey and a loaf of bread and some tears. Oh man, I'm buying that every day, cuz.
Yeah, I got you.
Every day.
I got you. But when you up there with a turkey roll, and and half of the frozen food,
turkey roll at
turkey roll. They don't sell turkey roll.
With a turkey roll, corn, and pudding.
Yeah, I would have got it. Really, she had the corn and the pudding.
I mean, I was already thinking about in my head like what I would have said, and it would have been like, "All right, you just put that on me." But no, not $300. There's no way I could look down at my thing and see, "Oh, I paid $350." So there was the other thing. Hey, pick the stuff you really want.
Yeah. Hey,
negotiate.
What y'all need for tomorrow?
What y'all need for tomorrow? Cause y'all don't need 3 boxes of cereal. At my house, only 1 box of cereal can be opened at a time.
Yeah, and you don't need that lobster and that steak you got either. So put that back.
Oh my God, you ridiculous. Okay, let me tell y'all the last thing that burns my Boudin this week. So I saw a post earlier this week, and it was like basically question the sexuality of NBA YoungBoy, because in the way they did it was by showing like him hugging up or in the face of like 2 or 3 of his partners.
Yeah.
Calling Louisiana dudes gay for being up on their friends cutting burns my Boudin. Let's talk about it.
Well, the way the video I saw, you know, it was a little close, but you know, everybody don't move like that. It was a little close. I prefer not to be that close to any of my friends. I don't want to be back to front like that with any of my friends like they were. But you know, I don't think he gay because he got 1,000 kids. But you know,
let me tell you how I feel, Los. I feel like 100% you capping, because we done all been and either those moments. I feel like we done had some NBA YoungBoy moments where we like close each other. I ain't never kissed none of y'all, but I feel like we have some moments where we are very, very close. They just may not or may have been captured on video or on camera. So like that's NBA YoungBoy. That man is under a microscope. So if he does anything that's remotely like, oh my God, they dapped up and they looked at each other in the eye for 2 seconds.
I'm not talking about those situations. I'm talking about the one that I saw. They had one where his homeboy was on the thing on the counter or something, and he was backed up to him, and he had his legs around him and everything like that, and they was, you know, whatever, listen to the music and all that. Yeah, I would prefer not to be in that position.
Okay,
my friend.
And I get you. I get you. But I get you with okay, so I get you with the prefer not to be in that situation. So I'm gonna give a brief story and I'm gonna throw it back to y'all. Like I remember when I went to college, like the whole first year. You know, shout out, this podcast brought to you by Dre Hype. He used to always be like, "Nigga, you be fucking touching niggas too much. Like you be all up on niggas too much. Blah blah blah." Like that was always his refrain, and he'd bring that back, and it was just kind of like oh no, that's what we do where I'm from. And I kind of threw this out because I didn't know what the difference of opinion would be from somebody from North Louisiana. Mm-hmm. When we talk about people like NBA Youngboy, and we talk about people like even Odell Beckham, these are all South Louisiana people. And I just kind of, the way we grew up cutting, it's like Boosie made that song, yeah, I love my niggas, and all my niggas love me. When that come on, boy, it's hugging. The song starts off with, if you love your nigga, hug your nigga, right?
If you love your nigga, hug your nigga. Hug your nigga. Look him dead in the eye and tell your nigga. Tell that nigga you love him. You love that nigga.
Like that's the lyrics, right?
Yeah.
So we grew up in that kind of way where it was always the boundary was never like. I mean, we grew up watching Baby kissing Lil Wayne, but I'm not saying like that's necessarily how we rock. But it was always kind of like just like male showing of affection is never like just a wild thing. So I'm going to end with this. I'm going to end with this, that I can see a situation at a best friend weekend at an Airbnb with Raj sitting on a counter wilding hype because his song on drunk, and you or me or Rumble or whoever kind of go over there and in his face like wilding, and then somebody say, take a picture, and I turn around and Raj, and I'm like, you know, kind of between that man's legs, for lack of a better word, getting amped up, hype. You know what I mean? But not like backing it up on him.
But I'm saying they were. Yeah, but I'm saying it was. Yeah,
point of no return right now.
And you back your thing up.
I can see a situation where I just pull out my.
And I say, and somebody say, "Man, let me take that picture." And you say, "Hold on, let me tie my shoes." And then I bend down to tie my shoes.
And you ever see a drop of water go down a crack of a back?
This dude's stupid.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's part of me, and part of culturally. I guess we just always be looking at our homeboys like, I don't want my homeboys and he don't want me, so it don't really matter. But you know, you never know. I mean, so what are y'all thoughts on that as far as a cultural thing? Is what I'm saying. Like, and I'm gonna ask Raj first, as far as a South Louisiana culture.
I mean, no. I'm gonna just say that I 100% agree with you. Like, it could be a moment. Like, and that's what I was trying to say earlier. It just could be a moment that somebody caught that, and to be honest with you, probably would be deleted very quickly if it was, if it was gay. Like, if it looked gay and it was on one of my homeboys' phones, I hope that they wouldn't let that make it to the internet, because that wasn't my intention. Nor do I want anyone to paint me in that light,
or draw you in that light,
or draw me.
Cartoon you in there like. I'm beefing with that dude too.
Be on the lookout for this new image coming out, man. Los don't look that saucy. He think he looks saucy.
Man,
he looks sassy.
I look like I see you, boy. I see you, boy. Hey, boy. I don't like that. It's terrible.
Cartoonologist made Los a little sassy.
Well, got me in the. I can't. Got my head in the sassy position.
And them eyebrows up too.
Yeah, it got me spicy.
That's how they
I don't
look.
surf the internet. I browse.
Eyebrows.
Yeah, Los is definitely that guy. Hey man, let's talk about some stuff this week, man. I don't want to keep y'all up too late, because I know we're doing some stuff. Thanksgiving tomorrow for us. Yesterday for y'all. COVID Thanksgiving, man. Nobody's going home. None of us. All of us are hanging in our respective cities, not going back to Shreveport or New Iberia for the holidays. So, I guess my question would be, what's on the menu? What are you planning to do for grubbage?
I'm frying a turkey. Got a ham going, dressing, and greens. And
what kind of greens?
When you say okay, so collard greens, and when you say dressing, what does that mean?
Cornbread dress.
Okay.
Not doing
but you
rice
gotta be
day.
careful with that, cause that's not the same.
Stuffing.
Dressing. Yeah.
I call it stuffing.
No.
No.
But
no,
dressing is rice dressing where we from.
Well, they had a whole.
Yeah,
you saw that map where it was like the favorite Thanksgiving side for every state. Yeah, and it was like stuffing was New York, but like a lot of places like pea soup and shit.
That was weird. What is pea soup?
Weird shit. Cause a lot of people was like broccoli casserole.
I was thinking stuffing, and that's, I'm sure we didn't had this talk before, but stuffing to me is supposed to be stuffed inside of something. Yeah. So I don't understand why people would eat stuffing.
We call it dressing, so I think it's made a little different from stuffing.
No, they talking like what you like stovetop stuffing, like they're stuffing like a turkey.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And people just eat that out. They just eat it as a thing.
They don't stuff it.
They don't stuff it. It ain't stuffing if you don't stuff it. It's outing. Right?
Yeah, well, why do we call it stuffing? Why don't we just call it stuff? What y'all had? We had rice dressing, cornbread dressing, corn pudding, of course, and stuff. And then my grandmother brought some other stuff.
So what kind of stuff y'all ate?
What other stuff y'all had?
Raj, what's on your menu, man?
Man, I think I'm gonna go ham. So this is like the first Thanksgiving that like I'm the chef. Like I'm going in. So man, I'm going cornbread dressing. I might try my hand at rice dressing. I don't really know because I don't have the ingredients I need out here. So I don't know.
No Savoy? No Savoys?
Nah, ain't no Savoys, no Richards out here, man. Okay. So cornbread dressing. We're gonna do a green bean casserole. That's something I ain't never made before. But I'm not the head of that one. Yeah. I don't know what type of meat I'm gonna do just yet. I don't know.
Last minute
ham or turkey.
I don't know yet. Underbelly ham.
If I can find a nice underbelly, I'll definitely do that. But it might be an unorthodox meat. I don't know.
So you're going ham sides.
And then yams.
Yams.
I'm gonna flex some yams this year. I might do pineapple in my yams and pecans.
So when did like ass go from like ooh that thing got that back to that thing got that that meat or whatever to them hams? And when did hams become them yams in our circle?
When we saw something that you couldn't consider them ham, they weren't just ham, things was yams.
I think that we always trying to be fluid with our lingo, and I just think if a nigga say ham, then the next thing to come is to say yam, like it's and then you might say somebody else might say something different. Yeah. I figure Rumble gonna come with something so sideways. Yeah.
Brisket. He say brisket a lot.
That's what I'm saying. You see that brisket. I never even thought of that.
Yeah, Rumble say brisket when he. It's a very good one. It's a very good one. Ooh, that thing got brisket.
Brisket. Hello.
So this is how we coming, and I mean, I'm 50% of the head chef this time. I mean, I got my sister macaroni recipe that's gonna get ran down. Mm-hmm. I'm over here. I read it and got a turkey roll delivered from Liberia, so I got a turkey roll on deck. I'm about to do that thing tonight. I'm putting it in there for about 3 hours tonight. Cook it up, put it in the refrigerator, cut it up in the morning, and then put it back in there to warm it up. Just cook it the night before, do it like that. What else? Let me see. Because I'm saying this in a particular order. I got Smash Dog Forever. Shout out, this podcast brought to you by Smashly. He come and bring some yams and some yams and
I hope you're not bringing potato salad.
No. We got so I say I'm 50%. The other 50% is this podcast brought to you by Graham Star is making the other half of the meal. So Graham Star is coming with their he's getting some mashed potato salad made over there, but he also doing the rice dressing, and the boy gonna do either a ham or some kind of roast, but he didn't tell me which one yet. So the two meats we come in is ham roast and the turkey roll. That's how we come in, and then he bring in dressing mix. Then he bring in a dress mix to make some. I'm gonna make some cornbread. So make some cornbread dressing and rice dressing, but then the cream of the crop, which is already done, which is sitting on the thing right now. I made some melatonin. So it's next level, boy.
Boy, breaking wrist over there in the words of the Rumble.
It's up.
Back to the bubbles.
Hey, you mentioned and y'all might not have this problem, but maybe you do. I know I'm not the only person with this problem. But you mentioned COVID Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And you mentioned none of us traveling, none of us really going home. I think it's very important to keep our people safe. You know, it's just not the right time to go home. So it seems like what's going on for sure at your Thanksgiving shindig, Al, is that you got the youngsters getting together. Yeah. Right.
Some of the youngsters.
Right. Well, I'm just saying, but any old school gonna be there?
We're gonna have 2 people under the age of 6 and 5 people over the age of 30. Okay. So that's it. That's 7 people, but only 5 of them are really people.
Damn.
The other 2 are children. Children don't count as people.
What I'm doing right now is I'm trying to keep people away from my house.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going to my house. I also gotta say, hey, don't go to my house on Thanksgiving. To my relatives that don't know no better.
So how many people? How many people are you gonna be opening it up for then to eat with you
at my house?
Yeah, just 3.
I'm not. I'm talking about back home. 4. I need.
What do you mean? You're talking about back home?
He talking about his mama's house,
I'm talking about Louisiana.
You said, are you in Louisiana?
No,
I'm not. I'm talking about
from
afar. I'm trying to keep.
I missed that whole part. Okay, now I get it. Now it makes sense.
From afar, I'm trying to keep those people away from my house.
When you calling your house your mama house, that's what threw me off.
Yes.
Like I don't refer to my mama house as my house. So that's kind of like a little bit of the disconnect there. I thought when you said keeping people away from your house, I was like, damn, them boys from Denver just come and run up on you.
Everybody?
No, pretty much at my situation.
I was thinking City Rock, D. Saliba.
Yeah.
Them boys all welcome.
Okay.
Shout out D. Saliba. Got to see him after about 2 years. But in New Iberia, I'm trying to keep people away from my house that don't know no better. That's in the streets right now. That don't know no better, that don't understand the dynamic, that I'm not going home, and that don't necessarily mean that you can't come, but you can't come.
You can't go to my mama house.
You can't go.
I think I'm reading between these lines. I get where you're going with it. You don't want to have a whole bunch of activity going on at your mama house. That makes a bunch of sense, and I think we could all agree with that.
Yeah,
like you don't want chunky just running up on your mama. There you go.
Shirley making to go. She told him
you don't want to FaceTime and Chunky just sitting over there on the sofa smoking hookah at your mama house.
Yeah. Well, he gonna be next door.
Yeah, exactly. Put your mask on, Darnell.
He never done. That's why she don't let him in.
Man, so you heard that story that they had a family and 15 people all got that COVID in Dallas for like a little, I don't remember what it was, birthday party or something. They was all there and it was inside the house. And like all 15 of them got that COVID. None of them died, but they was all in like 1 or 2 of them was in ICU. But man, that's crazy.
I was watching one. Oh, go ahead. I was watching one on the news, and this lady, she got like 8 or 9 of them had it, but like 8 or 9 of them died. Like everybody who had in her family died. Some Hispanic lady, and she had just lost. Like I'm talking about in the span of 2 weeks, they had some little get together or something. And they was dropping like flies in like 2 weeks. I'm talking about from the daddy, the mama, a couple uncles, a cousin. Like I'm talking about like half her family gone 2 weeks from COVID.
Man, like that's next level, man. It was like
that's crazy.
There was like a COVID Thanksgiving like map that came out that I saw, and I was looking for it and I can't find it real quick. And it was like chance of I see it. It was chance of encountering the coronavirus at an event this Thanksgiving. And it was this map that was like, if 10 or more people come, like, what's your chances? And it was like, at every damn, in every state. I can't find the actual thing right now, but damn it. But anyway, long story short, certain places like Dallas was like, you got a 35% chance of catching it if you go to an event with more than 10 people. Yeah. And then places like, goddamn, Chicago was like 64%, and then places like new like Brunswick, it was in North Dakota or whatever. One of them cities in North Dakota. Shit was 86% chance that you will get COVID if you go to a thing. Yes.
I say, are they going by the numbers that's out now that they're putting together those percentages?
Shit, I don't know.
I just want to know how. Did they have Houston on there?
They're doing whatever they want. Because they didn't have Houston. They had Dallas.
Oh, okay.
They're doing whatever they want, okay?
35 still high, though, kind of, man. That ain't.
35 is high, but 35 is 1 in 3. And it is an event over 10 people. So you don't want to be going to an event over 10 people? Maybe that's
So
maybe.
1 in 3, if it's 10, that means out of those 1 in 3 of y'all going to get that thing.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like the map would be significantly, or the threat would be significantly lower if it was like 5 people.
Yeah.
Or 7 people, or 8. I think every one person, because every one person, when you think about probability, if you're thinking about because I haven't really said this out of my mouth, and I guess I haven't really even thought about it, but what they're talking about is like theoretical probability, and they're talking about a probability of an event based upon the number of proposed, or the number of predicted, or the number of cases you think is in a certain area. It's not. It's data driven based upon probably how many people got tested, and then out of those people, what percentages are coming back positive, and then you kind of got to understand that more people get tested when they think they're sick, so you can't run it as a perfectly like you can't just extrapolate that number exactly. But there are smart enough people to figure out what's the likelihood that, or what's the percentage of people who probably have it, and then you go off of that and say, well, if people coming back and out of every person who's getting tested in North Dakota, 5 out of 7 of them is coming down with it, then you can really say, well, damn, that means probably the population is running around with some crazy shit like 40% of the population. So if it's one person there, and this is kind of how this works, and this makes a whole bunch of sense. If it's one person there, then your probability would be exactly what the number is. So like, let's say it's 25% of the people have it. It would be a 25% possibility. But if 2 people came, then it's compound probability. It's like 25% probability for both people. So you would look at the probability that I don't want to bore anybody with this, but you would look at the probability of not. So it's 75% probability that neither one, that you wouldn't have it by yourself, but then it's 75 and 75 of that other person. You got to multiply. It becomes a lot less of a number. All of that to say, I'm thinking about it now. It'll get like, the more people you get, it gets quicker. That number gets higher quicker with the probability of damn, I'm a nerd. I was just thinking those exact words. I was like, this nigga is a fucking nerd. How did he know that? Like off the rip and explain it. That shit crazy. I was geeking out because I was actually thinking about this as a possible lesson that I can do with my teachers, man. Never mind me, man. I was doing both jobs at the same time. Man, let me ask y'all a real good question that I saw in these streets. If that vaccine dropped tomorrow, and Los already was like, I don't want it in my butt. I don't know. You said some crazy shit last week that I thought was ridiculous. But, you was in your bag last week. Who should get the vaccine first?
What you mean?
Like if it's safe, if it's everybody is safe. It's safe. And we didn't figure it out it's good. Who the first people, like Trump should get it first and then trickle down? Like, I'm saying, like, first, like, big picture, then, like, smaller picture, like your neighborhood, your city, your family. Like, what?
Oh, you're talking about, like, class of people by importance, like, what you do?
Fuck, I don't know. Tell me. How you think?
I mean, when it drop it, I mean, doesn't it go to kind of stuff like that drop? Doesn't it go to the doctors and stuff like that everywhere? I don't think it goes to a particular class of people first, right? Or maybe people in the government division are getting them first just to make sure that they, I don't know how they work. I really don't.
But who should?
That's what I'm asking. I'm thinking who should get it first.
Let them people who made it take that shit, man. Don't give it to us yet. Y'all we'll give y'all a couple months to see y'all die.
I need you to understand the question that I'm asking. The question I asked was, we know it's safe. It's all good. Everybody know it's fine.
It's never all good.
Okay. So I want you.
I like
when
what you get that
Rona,
I think you should just roll with it. I think you should literally roll with it. The people who made it should take it first. Y'all take it first. Okay, that's who should take it first.
Okay, sure. And then the people, I don't think the people who made it, Roger. I think the people who went through that clinical trial and got that $50 to take it.
But they got it. They already
took
it. They already took it.
That boy lost his arm.
The people that gave it to him, the people that was doing the clinical trials, that was administering the clinical trials, should take it next.
Okay.
And then I think, okay, so now we're talking about should, and I'm gonna get off my humor horse. I think personally, like poor old people should get it. You know, so I don't even know what you call that class of people. Let's say poor old people over a certain age, and then
when you say poor, you mean financially poor, or you just mean poor old person?
No, I mean financially poor.
Okay. So rich old people should just die.
Yes. Nah, I'm just playing.
No, well, okay. So we talking about should. That's what I don't think.
Well, let's just say older people. Just say let the old people get the vaccine.
No, I think poor old people should get it because I think rich people can seclude themselves enough. Like I think that they don't have to go to the grocery store if they don't want to. Like they could get their shit delivered.
Or you give it to essential workers first.
Then maybe, and then after that, I just think it's a free for all. Essential workers.
Essential workers, like people who work at like any old establishment that call essential, or are we breaking it down like nurses and frontline workers first?
Frontline workers, yeah.
Frontline workers.
And then for everybody else, just put it on the.
So should the president get? Why shouldn't the president get it first? Like, we want our government to be good. Like, shouldn't
you know what I'm thinking? I mean, so there's a bunch of people, a bunch of different names and like terms of people that we can throw out there. I just, the president probably falls into one of those. I'm sure he's going to get it first.
I feel like Adam Silver is going to buy it for the whole league, and every one of them boys in the NBA and NFL going to get it before everybody else get it. I feel like that's some shit.
Jays.
Well, they have access to it.
Get Jays.
And Los don't want to hear this, but I think that they're going to pump them teachers up with it, like, first and foremost, and say, take y'all ass back to school.
I ain't shit.
Well, I mean, you can fight. Los, I hear everything. You are my favorite person. You're gonna be at your desk, sleep. You're gonna feel a little prick.
They gonna shoot me. They gonna shoot me with that thing.
Shoot you up, nigga. You gonna just pass out, bloop, on the ground. What happened?
Wake up, COVID free.
No, but I think they're gonna do it to teachers because the way our society is set up. People talk about how much they love and respect and need teachers, but the amount of shit that people was talking about teachers not working when they had to stay home with their damn kids, and now when they're talking about potentially slowing, like Rona slowing down schools again, people like, man, that's not fair that I gotta watch my kid, like all of this shit. So people will be clamoring to give the teachers the vaccine so they can go back to work. Like I think that'll be one of the first people. In a household, I don't know. I think in your household, the kids should be last to get it because the research says kids haven't been like checking out with it as much. Maybe the oldest person in your family or the person with the most like medical conditions. Who, if somebody got asthma, they should get it first. You know, like on a case by case basis. I would really want, like you said poor old people, Raj, but I definitely would want my parents to get the COVID vaccine before me. Like, you know what I mean? Like I would,
if it's safe. Put that out there.
Yeah, I mean, if it's safe. If it's safe. We got a new president, so it's safe now. The COVID's over.
Oh, just that quick. Just that quick.
Biden's in our office. Damn. It's done. Like, what do you think?
We're good now.
No, actually, it's funny because he really got elected, 3 weeks ago, and everybody is talking like, yes, this is about to be over.
Yeah, the world is all good now.
But the crazy thing is, it is that easy though. It is that simple. We got a new president who's freaking competent. So he's going to start listening to sciences and make decisions that have, because really all you got to do is look at countries where it's worked and copy the same stuff they've been doing.
The exact same thing they did. It's real. They already did the work. They answered the test. They got it right. They made 100 on, 90 something on. They got an A. Just copy their work.
Copy their work.
Word for word, man. It's real simple.
They say that, I said this on the podcast a couple weeks ago, and I saw it on somebody's post this week, that rapid testing is going to be the number one thing that's going to stop the disease. If you could go get a free test whenever you want and get the results back in a day or in 2 hours, then it's going to be a lot easier to not pass coronavirus around. Oh,
well, I know the government in Texas, they bought a whole bunch of the rapid tests, but you get them back in 15 minutes. But the nurse is also saying that they're not as accurate.
73%. But the thing is, Los, I'm saying, like, if you put the money and research into reliable rapid testing.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the money part for schools anyway. The money part, they're not putting no money. They're doing none of that.
Well,
they're supposed to be giving schools that. Yeah, they're supposed to be giving schools those. That's one of the big things supposed to be coming down the pipeline. But we'll see.
Them boys who think they had them antibodies tripping. Rog, you saw that Nick Saban got that thing again?
Again.
No.
Yeah.
Twice.
He back
can't coach this weekend again. They like, you gotta chill, man. You keep coming down with that COVID.
Yeah. He said he got mild symptoms or something too.
He look like one that don't like to wear that mask.
And I think it's his soft white underbelly that got him.
You know, one of my favorite meals is you get a pita and then they roast it on one side and they put boudin. It's a boudin taco, boudin stuff on one side, and then the other side you don't roast, so it's a soft white underbelly. And where you can get that is at Ito's Hand Car Wash in Cajun Cocina. From the first 10 minutes of the first conversation on the first episode of the Best Friend Weekend podcast, we've been telling you about Ito Hand Car Wash. Man, Jay Harry and the fam been servicing, detailing, and shining up y'all cars in East Downtown Houston for as long as we've been doing this podcast. Black owned and operated. Yeah, you heard that right. Black owned and operated. Ito Hand Car Wash has been the standard of an operation that uplifts the community and provides the service that we need every day. A quality hand car wash by good people. Listen, man, if you haven't been there yet, I don't know why. We've been telling y'all for years. What I gotta do to convince you? Oh, okay, check it out. I got you. If you show up to the wash and give the discount code Best Friend Weekend or Wash Daddy, you get 10% off your visit. So we're hooking y'all up. Besides that, if you follow them on IG at EADO Hand Car Wash, you can find out which day of the month the Ito's food truck will be popping up. Oh, I didn't mention, they had their own recognized and awarded food truck on location with an authentic South Louisiana and Tex-Mex menu. Boudin nachos, stuffed bread, crawfish tacos, all that, man. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Man, stop what you're doing. Go to your Google Calendar, make an event, and plan to come through Ito Hand Car Wash this week. 2919 Leland Street in East Downtown Houston. Ito, revolutionizing the hand car wash experience.
Ooh, if you want to have the best car wash in Houston, go down to Ito's Car Wash. If you're looking for that soft white underbelly, just look to the food truck. Ito's, Cajun Cocina, and Car Wash.
Now, how was that?
I wasn't thinking about. I was still laughing at what you said first.
Hey man, listen. I had a couple of little things that I was that I've been thinking about that I wanted to run it about, but I don't want to be on here all night. So let me prioritize them. First thing, Jeezy versus Gucci versus last week, man. What did y'all think about all of that took place? We told y'all what was going to happen, but what did y'all think about it in real time when y'all actually watched it?
Roger, did you watch it?
I did not, which is hence my quietness.
That's right.
I'm really like I am.
I think I'm commenting in the text groups like you had watched it though. That's funny.
Yes.
No, I didn't. I know I wasn't.
You said something.
When do I really ever comment in the text group?
You said something that would make me feel like you had watched it.
No, the only thing that I would say is just speculative things like. Okay. I think Jeezy is going to be better than Gucci Mane. That's probably the only thing that I said. But I didn't watch it.
Man, that boy Gucci came out petty off the rip from the jump like we thought he was. And Jeezy just had absolutely more hits. I think the turning point was when Jeezy kind of put Gucci Mane in his place. When he did the diss record about killing his homeboy. To my, we smoking on such and such a night. Put that nigga in the dirt. And then Gucci kind of, not Gucci, but Jeezy kind of sunned that man and said, man, that been over 20 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Whoop-de-whoop doing this and that. And then he dropped that, I'm the realest nigga in here. Y'all know it. Gucci kind of got back in his place after that because he realized he just didn't have nothing else.
That's how that song go?
Yeah, I'm the realest nigga in here. Y'all know it. Put up in that thing in the 745.
One trap with a year.
That is not how that goes.
That is not the song.
I'm the realest nigga in here.
Realest nigga in here.
You already know. Got trouble in here 4 times in a row.
4 times in a row.
What they give me? A lifetime supply of baking soda
clientele. Yeah, I was
a rolling watch, 2 pots and 3
you know what? That's the second verse. My bad.
Get about 50 and 100.
The birds flying down South Georgia for the.
Yeah. You're right.
I just thought it was funny.
Let's sing a Gucci Man song right quick together.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, she's a very freaky girl. Don't take care of mama. Yeah, that one.
Go ahead. Shawty got her ass. No, that's not even her. Is that Gucci, man? Is that Gucci?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm a Papa Rubber. I thought that was Young Jock. Maybe it was Gucci, though.
Nah, it's Gucci. I'm a Papa Rubber Band on her. I chic, Shawty got her ass. Yeah, that's Gucci, man.
Well, I mean, I'm looking for it, and it's like, no, maybe. Yeah, I mean, let's say, Gucci Man. It is called Go Ahead. But that was the song that I actually was thinking about during the verses that I didn't hear him play. Did he play it? It might not have been that type of party, but that's one of my favorite Gucci songs. Man.
Gucci was too busy being petty, man.
I put that nigga in the dirt.
Look at my outfit called 10 Band. Look at my opponent. That boy say, look at me. I own half for Atlanta, too.
What they said, somebody said that you didn't catch the subliminal, that the 10 bands was supposed to be the amount of money they put on his head, and that's why he was saying 10 bands, nigga, 10 bands. But so if he was doing all that, he was being way too But once again, somebody tried to kill me, and then whatever. It's a lot of stuff on the internet that's funny to me about it. It's like people saying, you caught a self-defense body and you've been talking about it for 15 years.
For real. Hey, a body, huh?
No,
like a killer. A win is a win, eh?
That is funny, dog. Dude was breaking in my house, I shot him. Cutting, you gonna talk about that for your shit
like Lil Wayne
for the next 15 years?
It's just like Lil Wayne talking about getting shot all the time until you found out he shot himself.
That is the perfect parallel, Los. I don't think you could have done any better if you had a week to think about it. That was perfect. It is the Lil Wayne. I got shot, nigga, almost died. You shot yourself.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking if somebody come for me and I win, I'm definitely gonna brag about it probably for a little while. Especially if I'm that type of dude.
You're gonna say, I put that nigga in the dirt, and you're gonna be like grabbing your nuts about it? Cause I feel like beating somebody.
And then sing this song right there too.
Cause I feel like beating somebody up is one thing. Cause murking somebody, you should have a little bit, like we said, Raj, I'm gonna use the term you love. Some respect for the dead, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. I agree.
Well, they too. The man did try to kill him though. So
if somebody try to come for me and I put him in the dirt, then I might have to. I'm saying just whenever we having our youngster Thanksgiving, I'm probably gonna brag a little bit. I put it. Yeah, no doubt. That man came for me. That's even more reason to talk shit.
Then I put him in the dirt. Yo, partner.
Yeah.
But not 15 years
I'm
later.
Smoking Pookie Loke 15 years later.
Ripping.
And that's
why Jeezy was so like, it was like, I was sitting there like, oh wow, he's doing this. He really going there. And I was like, the way Jeezy handled it, you couldn't have handled it no better.
Nope.
Like he did it. He sunned him so much that he was embarrassed the rest of the verses. Like embarrassed. Yeah. Like
he was super
his
regular.
Whole little, like, yeah, he was regular. He wasn't talking no more shit. Because he made him feel 2 inches tall. This ain't about us. This is about King Von. This is about Mo 3. This is about Nipsey Hussle. Then the nigga say Nipsey Hussle. You can't really come back.
You can't argue with that.
Tupac, nigga. This about Martin Luther King, nigga. This about my bitch. This about Nat Turner, nigga. This about Jesus. This about Jesus on the cross.
I was wondering why they chose them to. So I don't think that the Verzuz people choose good people to be Verzuz. Like
Brandy and Monica was dope.
Yeah.
Okay, Brandon Monica.
The public chose this one though. This is who everybody wanted to see go against each other.
I thought it was T.I. supposed to be against Jeezy.
T.I.
Yeah, it was T.I. But the public, everybody was like, "Nah, we want to see Gucci and Jeezy."
Nobody wanted to see that.
Yes, they do them. No, I'm dead ass serious. Them people was like, "No, Gucci need to go against Jeezy because the beef." It wasn't about the song; it was the beef. And then y'all gotta realize too, it's a lot of people who really, really, really fuck with Gucci Mane way more than they fuck with Jeezy.
It's a lot of people in Atlanta. Stop. So my point is, would you rather see? And I'm gonna ask, let me make sure I'm saying this one right. Would you rather see Nas versus Jay-Z because of the beef, or like Jay-Z versus Dr. or Snoop because of it would be a better battle? That's my real question.
I want to see the actual good battle. I don't care about the beef. They old.
So that's my point. I would have loved to see Jeezy against somebody who would have been in his realm.
I'm what people were saying. That was you. What people were saying.
I mean, so Los, I
feel
just
like I'm people.
I saw people saying I would have rather seen T.I.
Yeah, they did, but it's more people saying they wanted to see Gucci. That's why T.I. didn't do it, because T.I. was going to do it at first, but people kept wanting to see Gucci.
Yeah, I need a recount. I need a hand recount in Georgia.
Well, they got to finish the count for the president first, huh?
Nigga, I would have rather see Jeezy against Rick Ross, against T.I., against goddamn... Like,
Rick Ross went against 2 Chainz already.
Oh, he did, huh? That did happen. Mm-hmm. You're right. Well, I would have rather seen 2 Chainz against Gucci Mane and Rick Ross against
that's
Jeezy.
a lot more fair. And then Gucci Mane lose that one. Gucci Mane loses that one.
Yeah, he would lose to Teddy Boy.
Teddy Boy got 15 songs.
I think I just named the best one ever. Snoop against Jay-Z would be the verses to end all verses.
Nah, I gotta be somebody. Maybe Jay-Z and Drake. Snoop got some hits.
So you were basically just telling me it wouldn't be a thing because Snoop would be the one who would be outclassed by Jay-Z? Yeah, I think Jay-Z's awesome. He's one of the best rappers ever. But
after a while, Snoop songs don't hit right no more. Like they ain't the same song.
Snoop got so many hits, boy. Stop.
He got real. I'm talking about. They don't. I don't think. I must.
We talking 20 songs, right? Like Snoop could.
Yeah.
Do Gin
well,
and
he got.
Juice
Yeah, he got 20.
G
He got 20.
And, like I'm not about to.
Not beautiful.
Yeah, but beautiful is one.
Yeah, beautiful.
Sexual seduction. That man Snoop. Cool. And I think Snoop whole little. I think Snoop whole little vibe will be live too. It'll be Snoop up there.
I think Snoop. No, I think Snoop already. I think he did 1 too already though.
Oh, he did against DMX. They said, huh?
Yeah, I think he did 1 too already.
They need to stop having people just going against anybody.
And that's what I was like. I don't remember.
It seemed like they got enough money for we could do a big dude and we could do a medium dude. You can't do 2 big dudes.
You gotta have weight classes.
They just save their money and do 2 big dudes and we'll have some quality stuff.
That is hilarious.
You gotta pick one dude in a medium
real artist and one little artist. Little artist. Funny. A real artist and a little artist. I don't know why that's hilarious to me.
Boosie and
Kanye.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Boosie and Kanye.
That's hilarious. Or like Kanye and J. Cole, somebody who's not in his same, don't have the catalog he got. That's a little artist comparatively speaking to a Kanye West. Kanye West has to be Dr. Dre, if it's going to be a fair fight.
Yeah. Because Kanye, number one, he going to get the preaching on it. It's going to be long. Yeah, Kanye is going to be... He might spaz.
And I'm on Snoop's discography right now, looking at his singles, and for the first time ever in my life, and I'm on Wikipedia, I have never seen this where it is listed by decade. Literally,
the 2020s,
90s, 20s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s.
Jesus.
And you got to drop down each one.
Yeah,
deep cover,
seriously.
man.
And then that's not even. They got the same exact thing as a featured artist.
He got some dope features. I forgot about his feature.
That is Snoop Dogg.
They got to do the group. They got to do.
Snoop Dogg was with No Limit for a little while.
He was. I forgot about. He was dope then though.
Top dollar.
But when I heard him against DMX, it was like, okay,
hold up,
maybe he'll choose some better songs.
Fuck them other niggas was on Snoop album or was it on? Yeah, it was on. It was
on Snoop album. It was on Snoop album. Yeah.
So he could. Okay, so we talking that shit, and Snoop could legitimately at any given moment in the verses play "fuck them other niggas,"
and then it's a problem.
He could drop the #1 club. Talk shit, flip somebody off, jump around.
I mean, people that died to that song, got shot at to that song.
You know how many fights I got in?
Why do we waste Snoop Dogg already?
Because DMX will be a legend.
Yeah, I guess. That Rough Riders documentary might have been coming out. And that No Limit one. Maybe.
I think it was. I think it was right around that time. You might be right with that one. That was early pandemic.
DMX had 2 #1 albums in the same year. DMX has sold. He has 3 of the top I don't want to be lying, but maybe 3 of the top 20 or top
Snoop
10.
line?
No, DMX. 3 of the top selling albums of all time. Top 20 selling albums of all time. Like, yeah, he sold some albums. So, I mean, I guess at some point people like Eminem would have to get in the list, but I just don't know them. I think Eminem falls in the level like a Lil Wayne where I just don't know the songs that Eminem had except Spaghetti, that one. Like, that's the one that comes to mind. Palms are sweaty, Mom Spaghetti.
Oh, yeah, I'm about to say spaghetti. What are you talking about? Okay. Now I got you.
Or the Chappelle show. You remember when Chappelle was called in talking about spaghetti?
He made the people take his thing down too.
Yeah,
but,
he did.
But I don't know who Wayne. I guess Wayne and Eminem can go.
Wayne and T.I. could go.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Wayne got a lot of... Like, I saw somebody post this the other day. It was like Wayne versus Boosie. And I was like, that feels very much... No, let me tell you. Let me finish my thought. I just feel like it feels very much like Jeezy versus Gucci. Like that outside of the state of Louisiana, people wouldn't care. But in Louisiana, people from Louisiana would be like, Boosie, like, once Boosie gonna play White Man Out. Boosie gonna play... I love my niggas. Boosie gonna play Set It Off. Boosie gonna have songs that we gonna be in there like... He gonna play what's the one where he like I'm pistol whipping a nigga 40 minutes straight. My shit.
I'm crazy.
That crazy? What? Like he gonna play songs that we gonna be like, ooh. And then when you think about it,
back to back in there.
Wayne didn't have a lot of singles like that. He just was the best rapper, like whatever. But what he gonna play? Fireman, Fireman, Go DJ. I mean, I'm like literally.
He gonna play all them. He gonna play that bling bling, all them.
That's what I'm saying. Like
he gotta go back to group music. He gotta go back to the Hot Boy.
But nah, Wayne got. Hold on, Wayne got some. I just can't think of.
Spit out shrimp. That wasn't even a single. His best rapping stuff wasn't like singles.
Yeah,
like, that's all I'm telling you. Just
but they don't have to be singles. You go on songs, so they don't have to be singles.
But people in their verses be playing them singles, like talking about their biggest cuts.
And if his biggest cut wasn't a single, don't mean you can't play it.
A milli.
That's one.
My cash money. No, that's not one. That is not live in the first.
Okay, you know Wayne's first number one song, number one single. His first number one single was Lollipop.
Oh, that one, yeah.
I'm just saying. Los,
I don't think you have to play singles though, bro.
I don't think so either. But the audience of who these 1.6 million people are watching, they want to hear stuff they know. They don't want to hear stuff they want to hear stuff that brings them back to a time and place in their life that they could get hype about.
And
whatever.
Wayne can play some songs. You can do that too. Because the thing about it, if you're watching that verse, you're a fan of those people. So those songs, you know, people watching that Wayne, they gonna know them songs that we know that's fire that Wayne dropped.
I'm just putting the time out in you to just say that Wayne didn't drop a lot of fire songs. Wayne had a lot of fire verses. Like, Roger's over there looking at the discography. Lollipop was his first number one song. Like, Lollipop was what it was. But I never remember people saying, put that Wayne, this one song on, except for Back in the Gap. When it's like, I got 10 around my neck, 20 on my wrist. You know what I mean? Like,
$1 million nut, climb $1 million kiss, pull up Lexus, sipping on Dumb P, call me, the baby. Yeah.
Yeah. That pop for us, but
I still think
I just can't think of nothing on the Carter 4. We just like, ooh. That
he did something on the Carter 4. I was like, ooh. Just can't remember.
He would have to, like, if it's strictly if you tell me I'm getting squad up, if I'm getting if I'm getting like everything before the droughts, that kind of shit.
Wayne can go because you know what I realized they only play a verse on it anyway. On feature Wayne, Wayne can go all features if he want to and kill somebody.
Then maybe we could talk about...
You know what, though? I feel like if we really look, I feel like we could find a solid 10. Maybe not 20, but I feel like... Because I'm looking at that John, and I feel like that John will go hard on the verses. With Rick Ross?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like Wayne got 206 songs, man. Fuck that shit.
I just disagree. That's all. It's okay.
I feel what you're saying. They're not really bangers. Like, they're just kind of like... music.
Like Drake would put songs on that we remember for like Hotline Bling. Like Drake got songs that when they come on cutting, that's like, oh my God, that you remember where you were when that Drake was killing the airwaves. Wayne never had songs like that. Best I ever had is I mean, it's a lot of stuff that I just don't.
I'm just thinking if they did a Drake Meek Mill and that man went back to back on it, like put that back to back on it, I would 100% be Team Drake. if he did that, and I wouldn't care how Meek Mill felt about it.
That's because y'all buried Meek Mill, and that man came back and rebirthed on y'all.
Well, when you go to jail and get out, and the white man comes save you in a helicopter, that kind of has a, that's how you win.
T.I. was in the news. You saw that, like, y'all was talking about him in that Verzuz. T.I. came out this week and said, did you see it, Los?
Mm-mm.
That man says, women don't want a man who ain't got no bitches.
Oh, I saw that, yeah. I saw that. I mean, he ain't really lying, though. You think about it. He ain't lying. No chick. Hey, he ain't lying. I'm gonna just say that. And I'm gonna leave it there.
Like, but it's a whole bunch of like little intricacies in that. But the bigger idea of no woman want nobody that nobody don't want. But I mean, I think it kind of go both ways for men, I guess, to an extent. You don't want, but men could all day be like, ain't nobody wanted her. Oh man, that thing bad, boy. Your boy,
I got her. Yeah, I'm good. Shit, come here. Niggas don't care. Women be looking at this stuff. Until they get a certain age, they'll be like, you know what? Look, I'm just gonna like what the fuck like me at this point.
Nobody says that, nigga.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Now cue up that music, cause nothing I fit to say.
You know they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice,
I don't like this one. I don't like it. I think it's dumb. No,
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
Ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
So one of my favorite rappers growing up was the infamous Pimp C. The game fucked up, I ain't got no friends. And I done spent my last $70,000 on a drop top Benz. And I'm a trill nigga. Down to put a 45. Okay, that's not it. What I really keying in on is, man, the game fucked up. No, literally, the game is fucked up. Over the last 2 or 3 months, I have hit on 0 sneakers on the sneakers app. None on Hibbit, none on Chic, none on all of these third-party apps and whatever else. Nothing. I can't hit a pair of Nikes that come up. The game is fucked up. And I did some research, some deep dives. It's because everybody's blaming it on the pandemic. That people who don't want things are finding ways to get things and then try to resell them. So people who really want to buy the kicks and willing to pony up the $180 to get you some Jordans and wear them to go out and chill, whatever. Some little nerd is at their crib figuring out a way to buy 60 pairs of them and then resell them at an exorbitant rate so that you can't have what you're looking for. Man, that is the definition of the game fucked up. And then guess what? Last week, what we were talking about is happening there too. PlayStations. The PlayStation 5 came out, and these PlayStation 5 people are buying 10 and 20 of them and then reselling them. Like we said last week, exorbitant rates. People paying $1,500, $1,700, $800, whatever. Just huge markups. Because people are like, I'm going to buy 2 or I'm going to buy 10. And everybody's using the excuse that people are hurting because of the pandemic, but I don't think it's people hurting for the pandemic. I think it's just greed. And, honestly, at the end of the day, we've talked about this back and forth on the podcast many times about how some workarounds, but this story kind of jumped out to me this week. It's a public service announcement and a public safety alert from the Toronto Police Department saying people are selling video game systems online, mainly PS5s, and we have numerous reports of robberies. Some robberies are with weapons and violence. Sellers are advised to choose meeting areas carefully. Let someone know where you're going. And guess what? I feel 0 sympathy for you.
Not at all.
None. I just don't. If you buying up all of the PlayStations or all of the Jordans and you don't intend to wear them, you just intend to make a cheap buck off the people who actually want it, I don't feel bad. I'm not about to say I love the fact that you're getting robbed. I'm not about to say that I feel like it's okay for that to happen. But you know what? I'm not about to shed a tear. And I ain't got nothing nice to say about people who fucking the game up. So I won't say nothing at all.
Yeah, man. I was thinking like, damn, y'all doing that. What about them little kids who was parents trying to save or try to get them a little son a little PS5 for Christmas, cool. And then y'all go and go do that nonsense, bro. Like, stop that, man. So you get your ass beat up and robbed for that. That's on you. I'd have been
somebody like me. I'm not really worried about them kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm worried about me, and I would like to have a PlayStation 5, and I don't like hearing reports of one person getting through on Walmart and getting $150,000 worth of PlayStation 5.
Is that what happened,
like,
Raj?
That
happened?
I think I heard somebody through the grapevine. Somebody say that. I don't know if that's true, but I heard somebody say it. So I'm gonna repeat it. Might have saw it on Facebook. But
I know who posted that.
But still in all, yeah.
You gotta make
still
it.
In
You gotta
all,
make
I
it
heard it,
first.
and I know that some people. So here's the thing. They got, like the sneakers app and all of these sites like the shoe game and the people that run the shoe game should know how to do it by now. Like they should know what,
like
how to get
bots and stuff.
How to defeat the bots. But Walmart and Target.com and all of these places like that, they don't know. So I'm sure that they got people just raping them with fire bots, which is crazy. But as far as the shoe game goes, as of late, Pimp C is one of my favorites as well. And in the words of Pimp C, the game's been good to me. So yeah, I actually hit on a couple of things lately on the sneakers app. And you know what I kind of feel like on the sneakers app? I feel like the more you hit, the more you hit.
I'd be thinking that too. But my theory I was thinking, Raj, the more you get into lotteries, the more you're going to hit. But that just ain't been true. I ain't hit nothing.
Nothing either. But I think
I just don't feel like that. I feel like the sneakers app specifically, because with them DJ Jubilees that came out, it was like exclusive access, and I'm like, all right, I ain't never seen this before. Clicked on it, chose my size, clicked buy, and it was like bet.
It wasn't like waiting in line.
Say less.
It didn't say like
none. Just
wow.
Welcome to the exclusive member access. I clicked on it. Done. Like no wait.
Got him.
This 2 mornings ago, not too many people wanted these. I understand.
I
really wanted them all black. I really wanted them all black Adapt Max. That's what I wanted. I didn't want the Kobe.
Them things like 280?
No, they were 400.
400, yeah. I remember them being really high.
Yeah, I wanted those. And they sold out. And I got them like quick. No play, just here. So I'm like, well, you know what? I'm gonna just shoot for everything now.
The last thing I hit on was the Kaepernick jersey, and then I didn't have my fucking credit card with me to give them the CCV number, the CVC number, whatever. And I was like, oh snap, I don't have my credit card with me. I was out taking a jog, and they were like, nope, it's been canceled. Like, because they were already charging my account. But that was the last thing I would have hit on. I haven't hit on anything. Mocha's, Tokyo, Japan's,
Apple
nothing.
Pay, cousin.
No, I mean, I have it now. Still not a thing. Like, I don't know. Gramstar says, man, he feel like as long as you in there between 9 and 9:05, you're in the raffle. He like, it's not like you have to be there immediately at 9, because I literally be refreshing. As soon as you hit 9, boom, hit the side, boom, put in the number, boom, boom, done in less than 15 seconds. But
Al got 3 phones over there trying to get them shits.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the game just messed up right now, dog.
But I think with Walmart and them, they not tripping on them bots because they getting paid. They don't care. As long as they getting their money, they don't give a damn.
They should.
But going to Roger's point, I think that the sneaker places are complicit if it's still happening. They should be able to beat these bots, is all I'm saying.
They don't, but they're not tripping because they still selling their product, so they don't care.
I got you. Selling out every piece of my product is better than not.
Yeah,
you're right. If we out here selling Best Friend Weekend gear,
and they had bots,
Best Friend Weekend hoodies, and the bots just bought everything we put out as soon as we put it out, I would not care if my partners didn't get it.
You should have. It's your fault.
I give you some.
Just side note, I don't know if y'all noticed, but PS5s will be on the shelves in Walmart on Black Friday.
That's what I heard.
Oh, they're gonna be shooting that thing
today.
Yeah, today. This morning they was over there.
And I hope a single mother get that for their son, man. Make sure you go in there. Y'all be nice to them.
How old is his son?
I don't know, just whoever. My mom bought me. I'm saying my mom was a single mother and bought me one. That's why I was saying it when I was looking.
But how old is this son?
Your mother bought you a PS5 in
1997.
Yeah, she bought a PS5.
Then he needs a PS4. The PS5 is for the grown-ups.
Man, there you go. No. Let them make it the new game.
Yes.
Nah, my little boy gonna have a PS4.
PS4.
He might even get him. I might even start him off with a Sega and let him play the
Just
same
so
systems that I play. Yeah,
get a.
Make sure he.
If you really want to get something like that's kind of like hard to get, maybe whatever, like that kind of thing, get him a Switch. Like I'm not trying to fight with the kids for a PS5. Like PS5 is
little 12-year-old dude can't get a PS5. Them little kids cold on that game.
Sure he can. Yeah, sure he can. But I don't feel bad for him.
12 years old as a kid.
Well, I thought you said 20 years old. You said 12.
12.
Yeah, 12-year-old could get a PS5. I mean, you're at a gaming age where, because whether you know it or not, those people who are on like the esports, those people who like in the high level league gaming people, they all between the ages of like 14 and 24. They say that your hand-eye coordination and everything like that is max when you're like 19, 18 years old. So
and
if they're coming into themselves, cutting at that time, then yeah, they could have. And they virgins, you're right.
Yeah.
Boy said they virgins. That's funny, cutting.
You don't got time.
Playing them games instead of out here getting this money.
All that underbelly.
I mean, yeah, I think this is my other thought on Black Friday, and I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on this. I think that with it all being like this whole Black Friday, the whole month, every weekend Black Friday, all virtual, trying not for the pandemic, trying to work around the pandemic. I think they're going to make so much more money that way that there's no reason to ever go back and do it the other way. What do y'all think? You think that they're going to make so much more money this year than any other year on Black Friday, or what do you think?
No doubt. No doubt. I think we was already moving in that way. Like, I don't even think we needed the pandemic. I think it was going to be that way anyway because there was no such thing at one point in time as Cyber Monday. And now there is. Now it's like a real thing. So, like, that's already Black Friday weekend. It's not like they did Black Friday and then stopped Saturday and Sunday and then went Cyber Monday. And it's always been...
This Prime Day is twice a year. Weekend. You know what I mean? That too.
Exactly. So, I think I think that it's going to always be... From now on, it's going to be a week-long thing. Like, our Black Friday deals, come and get them now. Yeah. Like, why I got to just do one day where people fighting to get into Best Buy, where I could do a week and just, decrease that Black Friday deal just a little bit. Because, they got crazy Black Friday deals on actual Black Friday where people camp out to get a $2,000 laptop.
Oh, I thought you was about to say to get COVID, but go ahead.
Get COVID, that's funny. But now I think... Okay, come get that same $2,000 laptop for $1,500 before Black Friday, so you don't have to wait in that line. Yeah. It's kind of where I think people.
Unless you find that laptop is going to be $600 on Black Friday, then you just wait and go get in that line.
You don't get it though. Well, you go wait in line for that.
Yeah, but I get what he's saying. Like, if I got these $180, and I'm just gonna put it in stuff we just talked about, $180 Jordans that on Black Friday you can get them things for $120. But Black Friday month you don't have to leave your house and you can get them for, even if they hikes it up like $190, and I still would be like, okay, sure, get the shoes. You promise I could get them? Well, I'll pay $190 then. I'll pay $190. Sure. Oh, damn, that's our priorities messed up. But my shit, don't count my money. I got it, so it's fine. When you ain't no need to play
I'm waiting to Black Friday. I'm waiting to Black Friday. I'm going to get it.
They're going to be sold out. Them Negroes.
Well, that's the thing. You're not going to get it.
I am going to get it.
What you really want on Black Friday, you're not going to get it.
Here you are. I'm asleep. Them people going to be lined up at Macy's, bro. Them people that go get them purses, they be lined up at Macy's. Yeah, exactly. But they going to be there.
They be out there like 7, 8 o'clock on. Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, man, before we get out of here, man, White Boy Rights.
Hey, that's real. WBR. Shout out.
WBR. Shout out. One time, man, for Taysom Hill, man. One time.
Good job,
brother. This is the part where we're gonna talk about it. Big Chief, man, just one time for your Falcons. Thanks for getting us off to a good start.
They need a whole new everything out there. They need to go.
My thing was, when we were watching, I kept saying this is like. I was like, damn, this is what I've been wanting so long. I've been wanting him to drop back and pass so that they have to be worried about the pass and the run. And he more often than not passed, and it was easy throwing lanes because he had all of the weapons. You got everybody there to throw to.
Like, he threw a couple of them real short too. He threw a couple of them real short, but other than that,
he threw one really. I don't know.
He's just not a good deep ball thrower.
I don't know.
I think we figured that out.
Like, he threw the one real short, and then he threw the other one short. But I think Emmanuel Sanders seems to like that. Because he seems to track the ball in the air better than most people. Like,
when he can stop when he run at full speed, he can come back faster than everybody else.
Exactly, and then just kind of go play the ball. So it might not be the worst thing, but Michael Thomas dropped one that had that pepper on it. But more than anything, what I kept seeing was that play action was so killer. It was so good. It was so good.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying before the game started, when I just watched Taysom Hill play, if I'm a linebacker, I don't care what you're going to do. I am leaning in on Taysom Hill every single time. Every single time. And so I think that he's going to give defenses problems. I'm already looking at the Taysom Hill schedule, like where we are definitely going to have Taysom Hill if we don't have him for the rest of the season, but where we definitely going to have him in the easy part of our schedule. And I really think that we just going to run through them. Mm-hmm. Because they're going to spy. It got to be hard to stop that, man. Man could run on you, and then he going to run over you. Like, so on his touchdown run, his second touchdown run, on his second touchdown run, I saw, well, the good thing about him is I don't necessarily need him to run out of bounds because I don't mind my third string being Jameis Winston.
I do.
So keep doing your thing.
You got to get out of bounds.
But I saw cornerbacks not wanting to tackle that man.
You got to get out of bounds.
Yeah, Raj. I mean, Los, you play quarterback. I don't, but, once again, like I watch sports and I be thinking about this. I actually really love my sports commentary from people like Mike Greenberg and, and others, Dan Graziani and whoever else. I don't really care what Charles Woodson tells me about.
I don't either.
So yeah, you play quarterback, Los. I don't really care about your opinion on who's a better quarterback there. I think Jameis Winston would be perfectly serviceable, what Roger just said, and I think that what Taysom gives us, you just keep doing it. Do what you know. Except for stop fumbling, but do what you know.
Yes, I want all of that, but you got to get out of bounds.
But no, I don't. I just don't fucking agree with you. I want defenders to fear that he's going to run them over like Derrick Henry. And my thing is, maybe next year, Los, if he's the starting quarterback and Drew Brees is retired, maybe we revisit this conversation and I agree. But if he's only on a 2-3 weeks and then it's either him or Jameis, whatever, and then Drew's going to be back before the playoffs, probably. I don't care. If he dislocates his shoulder, who cares?
You have to care about that because that man's he's integral to our offense. You don't want him to get hurt.
I think we will be perfectly fine.
I'm not talking about just a quarterback. I'm talking about period, though. Okay.
I don't think he's that integral in all of the ways that we're saying. Because think about this. This is all I'm saying, Los. The weapons that we have, okay. He wasn't one of them this week. I mean, he was one of them as the quarterback, but. We got them boys now, we got Emmanuel Sanders and Michael Thomas and our third and fourth string boys and Cook, Kamara, our third Lil Tavius Murray, like we got boys,
you still don't want your quarterback getting hurt. That's still got right about.
Okay, yeah, whatever.
It's dumb.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, so we are already on our second string quarterback, and then my third string. Now I need you to really etch that in your mind. My third string quarterback. So I'll get down to him. Some people third string quarterback is a rookie 7th rounder. My third string quarterback led the league in passing yards last year. He also led in interceptions, but he led in passing and been starting for the last 7 years. It's like, all right, with that being said, if my third string quarterback was a 7th rounder from a small school, then maybe I say get out of bounds. But if my third string quarterback is a legitimate starting caliber quarterback, then I'm just saying, all right, well, do your thing, Taysom. Keep being Taysom. Because if I lose you to injury, then I got something at least serviceable coming in. Somebody, and what it looked like is that was a twofold game because we really messed them boys up on defense. Mm-hmm. So I think Jameis can come in and win a game for us.
I mean, it's kind of couldn't, but. Got to bounce back.
You know what I love about Los is how you be dugging in on your point. When you used to play quarterback for TSU, you used to get out of bounds or you used to run boys over?
I used to get out of bounds.
Okay, that's why you're not in the NFL. Hey, listen. Thank y'all for kicking it with us this week, man. Until next week, man. Y'all have a great weekend.
Bow.
Make it a best friend weekend.
Bow, bow, bow.
And we out.
You bitch, I'm recording still.